What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to Cowboys News TV, your go-to source for all the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. I'm your host Dave, and today, we're diving into one of the biggest questions heading into the Cowboys matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. How will the Cowboys defense handle Lamar Jackson? There's been a lot of talk this week about whether defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer will use a spy to contain Jackson, one of the most dangerous dual-threat quarterbacks in NFL history. And while Zimmer isn't one to reveal too much of his game plan, we've got some clues from both Zimmer and linebacker Overhshown that suggest the Cowboys are ready to get creative. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update. We're so close to reaching 11,000 subscribers, and we appreciate every single one of you helping us get there. If you're already subscribed, drop a comment and let us know how long you've been part of Cowboys Nation. Alright, let's get into it. Zimmer's old school approach. Earlier this week, reporters asked Zimmer if he planned to use a spy against Lamar Jackson, especially after the success the Cowboys had against Deshaun Watson in Week 1. Zimmer, being the seasoned veteran that he is, didn't give too much away. When pressed on whether linebacker Overhshown could reprise his role as a spy, Zimmer played coy, saying, "We'll see. I don't know. We've got Micah to do it. He's pretty athletic and fast." That's classic Zimmer right there, keeping his cards close to the chest. But what's clear is that the Cowboys defense is well aware of the challenge Lamar Jackson presents. Jackson already has 167 rushing yards in just 2 games this season, which is only 3 fewer than the Cowboys' entire rushing attack combined. Jackson is a game breaker, and the Cowboys know it. Overhshown ready to step up. While Zimmer might be playing it cool, Overhshown wasn't quite as tight-lipped. The rookie linebacker hinted that he could be tasked with spying on Jackson, just like he did with Deshaun Watson in Week 1. And honestly, who could forget how effective Overhshown was against Watson? He limited the Browns quarterback to just 20 rushing yards on 5 attempts and even recorded his first career sack in a key moment during the second half. When asked if he might take on a similar role this week, Overhshown said, "I'm expecting something like that." They're both quarterbacks that can make a lot of plays with their legs. Lamar is dangerous, and if he gets going the whole game, you don't want that. Overhshown also broke down his approach to spying, explaining that it's all about instincts and patience, just knowing the escape route, knowing what our defensive line is doing in front of me, and his easiest way out. Letting the big boys in front of me eat, and then when I see it, I go get it. That's just the name of my game. That's a confident statement from the rookie, and it's clear that he's ready for the challenge. But, as Overhshown pointed out, Lamar Jackson is a whole different animal when it comes to running the ball. Lamar Jackson, a unique challenge. There's no question that Jackson presents a much bigger challenge than Watson. The Ravens QB already ranks 3rd all-time in rushing yards for a quarterback, with an incredible 5,425 yards and counting. His average of 61.2 rushing yards per game is the highest in NFL history for any quarterback. Simply put, Jackson is a nightmare to contain. That's where a guy like Micah Parsons could come into play. As Zimmer hinted, Parsons has the speed and athleticism to shadow a guy like Jackson. If the Cowboys do decide to go with Parsons in that role, it could be a game changer. But it's also possible that Overhshown will get the call again, given how effective he was against Watson. A proven game plan? The good news for the Cowboys is that they've already shown they can handle a mobile quarterback. Against Cleveland in Week 1, the defense held Watson to minimal yardage on the ground, and Overhshown's speed and instincts were a big part of that success. But as we've said, Jackson is on another level when it comes to his rushing ability. The key will be patience and discipline. As Overhshown pointed out, it's about waiting for the right moment and knowing when to attack. If the Cowboys can stay disciplined and avoid over-pursuing, they have a shot at containing Jackson. But if they let him slip through the cracks, it could be a long day for the defense. Final thoughts: can the Cowboys contain Lamar? So, what's the bottom line? The Cowboys are well aware of the challenge that Lamar Jackson presents, and while Zimmer isn't giving away his game plan, it's safe to assume that some kind of spy will be in place. Whether it's Overhshown, Parsons, or a combination of both, the Cowboys are going to need their best athletes on the field to keep Jackson in check. Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Who should be the spy on Jackson this week, Overhshown, Parsons, or someone else? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to vote in our community poll on who you think should be tasked with stopping one of the NFL's most dangerous quarterbacks. And once again, if you haven't already, subscribe to Cowboys News TV and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We're just shy of 11,000 subscribers, and we'd love for you to be part of our growing community. Thanks for tuning in, Cowboys Nation. Keep the conversation going in the comments, and as always, go Cowboys!